1-yard line. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Now after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, G.
They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And boy, this Redskin defense charged up now. They stop him behind the line again. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
They'll look to set up his blockers. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
Well, you know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset. Yep. Draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down. Haskins on 3rd down. Jordan Reed has it. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. His first catch, good for 8 and a 1st down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. On 2nd down, here's Haskins. Caught on the right side, Reed. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball.
Get a completion.
You get a catch.
Yeah. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Alabama man, Dre Kirkpatrick. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Rosen to throw. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays. Looking for Jeffrey, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Ryan Anderson. He's at the 50, 30, past the 20. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick six for a Redskins touchdown. Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he almost flirted with disaster there, but it does get into the end zone before going out, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first two drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now, and I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it.
And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30.
Come on, baby, let's go. Get excited. Let's go. Let's go.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Go ahead, baby. Go ahead, baby. Go, 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 go.
Now a give, right side. Griffin. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25. So you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
The safety, Landon Collins, there to make the tackle.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. On 2nd and 9, Rosen. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Looking for his tight end read, and it's intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it, and he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. It had been a near-perfect beginning to this football game. Already a double-digit lead first quarter, but their first misstep.
And you know how it is, partner. Sometimes when everything's going right, you start to feel like you can do just about anything you want on the field. This one didn't work out. If I were him, I'd go to my defensive captain and say, pick me up, my man. Help me out.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. He's got his man. It's Kendrick Bourne. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Switch.
Middle. What do you got?
They'll run on first down. Bernard. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down now, Bernard. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
From the red zone now, here's Rosen on first down. Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here, but he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Watch the
Here's Geis. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give him 7 there on the first down carry. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
This to McLaurin out on the left side. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a run with Geis. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Now a handoff looking right. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Dre Kirkpatrick, the cornerback, up to make the stop. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. Hopkins' kick is good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
You know, but hold on, let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. And that'll bring up second down.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half, because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series before you get out there. Hey, let's get together.
And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
Geis with the carry on second down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
Looking to throw, Haskins. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Quinn. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Chris Conley, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down. Second and 10 now. Haskins. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Haskins looking to throw on first down. And he's got it. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Chris Conley, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Hopkins with the extra point, and the rout is on here in this first half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
And a second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know, but all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one, much more like lead.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. Jamal Adams on the safety blitz, too fast to handle. So, Charles, why in the world do you take that risk there?
It doesn't make a whole lot of sense on the surface. But I've been around enough of these coaches and enough of these meetings along the way. Sometimes they're so confident in a play call that they don't care about the situation. They think that play,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman.
When we talk about the best corners in the league, we're usually saying shutdown corners, guys you can't complete passes against. Richard Sherman fits that definition to a T. The best part of his game, no wasted moves. He studies the opponents.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll run it here with Bernard. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
It's a gain of 6. And
On 1st down, it's Rosen. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. And now it's Rosen looking. This one to Bourne out on the left side. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Well, a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Bernard churning, and he lost the football. And the Redskins scoop it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Throwing on second down. Haskins. He's got the hook up with Conley. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
And the Washington Redskins first down. First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. Now Haskins on first down. Conley's got it over the middle. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. Haskins now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. First and 10. On first down, it's Haskins. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Geno Atkins got home that time. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on third. Now Haskins, third and long. Wide open receiver complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A gain of 37.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. The linebacker, Preston Brown, brings him down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Looking to throw on second down. Haskins. And this is going to be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And he is going to be stopped on the return at his own 3-yard line. Of course, they have the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
54's Mike.
Well, a carry for Bernard. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll run again with Bernard. And an alley to run. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Now that's how you start to get back in the good graces of your head coach. Remember, he fumbled on the last possession. How about the faith they showed him, giving him the ball again, and he repaid him, picking up a first down.
A lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. On second down, it's Griffin. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. He was brought down by Kamu Grugier-Hill.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
They'll keep it on the ground. Griffin. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Third down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. On first down, it's Griffin. Oh, he's got some breathing room. A big play there for Cincinnati. 45 yards on the ground. A great run, but, you know, this is probably where the offensive coordinator is saying, geez, we could have used a couple of these earlier in the game.
Yeah, he's probably telling the head coach, well, talk to the run game coordinator about that. I just call the plays. We should have had this going right from the beginning.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Giovanni Bernard, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer. Now Rosen will lead him up here to go for 2.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. One day.
Now Rosen looking to throw. He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Reuben Foster able to record his 5th sack of the season.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Now a toss. This is Geis. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and
57, Mike. Mike 57.
46-yard line.
On 2nd and 9, Rosen. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. That's to his running back, complete. And he loses the football a second time. And the Redskins scoop it. And they're not able to convert on fourth down.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a two-possession game. It is a two-possession game at this stage in the fourth. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They stay on the ground. Geis again. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's third down now.
Come on, set. Go to base. Yeah. Strong run. Crunch down, defense.
Third down. Here's Haskins. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 10 yards there, good for a Redskin first down. Throwing now, Haskins on first down. Got a man, that's Quinn. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the Bengals' 27-yard line.
Now it's Haskins. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 20-yard line.
54.
After the interception, here's Rosen. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now it's Rosen. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter, and find their way open.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down. They're going on fourth down. Rosen. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line.
52's the mic. He can't hang.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll make it second down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And that is not going to get it done either. Once again, he's stopped behind the line by this Bengals D. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be third down. Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. And Hopkins' kick is good. And that will make this now a 19-point advantage. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
Let's go. Do it.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Joe Schobert in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. 3rd and long here for Rosen. Gets it to his running back, Bernard. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. And it appears the offense is going to try this again. They've yet to convert the first 3 times on 4th down, but they're going once more. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Redskins will take control of the football in great field position. On first down, this is Geis. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Now a handoff. Geis going right. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
It's a gain of 8. Richard Sherman on the tackle.
So a victory.